In story mode, you're playing the game for fun. Work together to solve the crime and play the story you want to see.
Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation. Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook color. What's the play?
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box.
I'm thinking we walk right through the front door. Catch them off guard.
Got it. Keep the lights on. Please!
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out.
What do you think?
I got a bad feeling about this. Let's stick together.
Hands up now!
To shoot, move your pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot. you do not have to open fire.
Hands behind your head, no sudden moves.
I will shoot.
Don't shoot!
Hey! Don't test my aim, fucker!
I am not gonna hurt her!
Please help me, please get me out of here. Hey. Hey. Easy. Easy now. Let's just take this nice and slow. It's not worth it. It's over.
The hunt for the Trapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on this story as it develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there's no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished. This man, the so-called Trapper Killer, has terrorized our community with his brutal murder spree. Booby-trapping his victims so our brave first responders became victims themselves. These innocent people were targeted for no other reason than to play out Jonathan Finn's sick game. Jonathan Finn has confessed to every single one of these crimes. I ask that the court consider Jonathan Finn's voluntary confession of his crimes. He has spared the victims' families a prolonged trial, and in doing so, has demonstrated a glimmer of remorse. Therefore, it is my recommendation that Jonathan Finn be spared the death penalty and instead sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Thank you.
Jonathan Finn, you have committed crimes of such a depraved nature that this court has no alternative but to sentence you to death by lethal injection. This court is adjourned.
Tap the logbook button on your app to read plot updates, view character biographies, and check the major ripple events affecting your story.
I am Ray Weaver, and this is The Crawl. Let's kick it off tonight with our very own homegrown villain, Johnny Finn, the Trapper. Sucker's been on death row for 5 whole years. Mr. Trapper's only got 48 hours left on our big blue marble, so I thought, hey, did you know one of the victims? Phones are open. Caller 1, you're on.
Hey, so, well, yeah, man. I mean, in my point of view, like, they can't fry this son of a bitch hard enough, you know? So he got messed up as a kid. That's no excuse to take it out on our finest boys in blue.
I hear you, but it ain't like our cops got the finest reputation, you know? Look at Marnie for one. Promotion to homicide, medal, the works. This gal's on top of the world, and guess what? Turns out she's dirtier than the rest of us down here in the mud. Mishandling evidence, improper conduct, who knows what else?
Damn. Guess you never know who's one of the good ones.
Morning, everyone. Caught another pair of John Does this weekend. We're quickly racking up red names on this board, and I gotta tell you, unsolved cases don't exactly uphold the reputation we've built here at this precinct.
Just put Marnie the Magician on the case. I hear she's got a knack for making things disappear.
Son of a bitch.
Detective Calvary? I pretend you didn't just say that. You're dismissed.
Hey, Becky. Ignore him.
Calvary?
Everyone knows he only reported you because you're the biggest target.
Glad to know my accomplishments have earned me something.
You doing okay?
I'd be doing a lot better if Calvary would take a short walk off a tall building.
Hey, just promise me you won't do anything. Don't give IA anything to work with. At least while the inquiry's still open.
Yeah, thanks. Just gotta keep telling myself that.
Detective Marnie, we have a word in my office. Look, Marnie, I'm not supposed to comment on an ongoing internal affairs investigation, but if it starts affecting my best detective...
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, don't apologize. You're a good cop. I have no doubt you didn't do anything to compromise the crime scene intentionally. The facts will speak for themselves.
Thank you for believing in me, sir.
You know, it sometimes feels like we don't have a choice in these things, but you do. You got me?
Yes, of course.
I want to believe that. But I know the trapper's set for execution in 48 hours. It's a heavy load. Knowing you sent someone to death row, I don't want you to be distracted.
Finn's execution can't come soon enough.
A whole lot of folks agree. I know I do.
I'm gonna guess none of those folks are looking forward to a good night's sleep as much as I am. The fact that he's still breathing keeps me up at night.
Got your message. Heading to see your client now.
Sorry I couldn't make it back to town.
I'm not crazy about meeting Finn without his attorney present.
I know. Thank you for talking to him so quickly.
Well, he doesn't have much time left, does he?
No, he doesn't.
You want to give me a little preview?
Be kind of a tough nut to crack. Be strategic.
Great. Any tips?
You need to get him to talk about Adam Jones.
Who's Adam Jones?
Better you hear it from him. You got a plan?
If he's actually got something to say, then I'm ready to hear it. Call you after?
Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Your attorney says you have something you want to tell me.
Sure, but you ain't gonna believe me. No one does. I used to blame God for what happened.
At Las Palmas? The orphanage?
We were just kids. We trusted them. But I've forgiven them now. God teaches us to forgive. If I gotta go out, I ain't going out a liar.
Then tell me the truth.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody.
Do you believe Adam Jones is the one responsible for these murders?
Oh, I don't believe it. I know it.
Who is he?
Adam was my best friend at the orphanage, and he killed those people.
I'm listening, but you have to give me more to go on.
Adam and I, we've seen some shit together. Makes you close. Adam escaped, and I found drugs. I was high from the moment I got out of there. And a couple of years later, a couple of centuries, hell if I know, Adam tracks me down online. And he keeps writing me and bringing up all that old shit from the orphanage. He says he knows exactly how to make him pay. So we made an arrangement. I rat myself out, I take the heat off him, spend a couple of months in the clink, and then wham! Trapper strikes again. Can't be me, 'cause I'm in here. Makes sense, right?
Pretty convenient.
Convenient? Convenient is Father Raminsky running an orphanage. Fox in a henhouse. You have no idea what it was like in there. playroom. Well, that's what he called it, but I think he was the only one who was having any fun in there. Cops never found it?
No.
Well, you can go see for yourself.
Not even sure if the orphanage is still standing. So where is he?
Adam? Now? No idea.
How can we find him? Got to start someplace.
I got a place.
Where?
It's not, It's better if I draw you a map. Sure you want to trust me with that? They say the pen is mightier than the sword.
Cute.
My memory ain't what it used to be. I think I'd have to get back out there, get my feet on the ground, pick up the scent.
So let's say you're telling the truth. You don't know where he is now. Sounds to me like he's left you high and dry.
I know what Adam's like. The kind of places he hangs around.
Settle down.
We could go together, check it out.
You gotta give me more than that, or you ain't going nowhere.
I never should have trusted him. Adam Jones should be in here, not me.
If this is all true, I will make sure you don't die a liar, okay? I will look into Adam Jones. If he's out there, I'll find him.
How'd it go?
How do you think?
I got a report back on Adam Jones. He was at Las Palmas same time as my client, but he died in the same fire that closed it for good.
Look, I know where you're going with this, and it's not gonna work. There's no way they're letting Finn out. It's too flimsy.
I know. That's not what I'm after.
Then why bring me out here?
If you tell the judge about Adam Jones, maybe he'll grant Finn a temporary release and help the cops track down Jones.
Lana, it's too late.
It could lead to an appeal.
All we're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Adam Jones is reasonable doubt, Felicity.
I never wanted the death sentence, but I just don't think this is enough to stop it from happening.
Finn is not a good man, but he is not the Trapper. And if he dies, the Trapper is still out there.
Yeah. You're right. Let's take it to Judge Vanstone, see what happens.
Thank you, Felicity.
Don't thank me yet. Thank you so much for seeing me so quickly.
Miss Petty already filled me in on this whole Adam Jones business.
Yes, sir. I just spoke with Mr. Finn.
Now, in my experience, you light a candle under a man's ass, you can fly a balloon out of his mouth.
Sir?
Are you buying his story?
I have doubts, but we do have a record of an Adam Jones at the orphanage, same time as Finn.
Has anyone spoken to Jones?
He's been presumed dead for years.
That's quite a stretch, don't you think? Well, even if Jones exists, how can you be sure Finn can track him down?
I'm not sure what the truth is, but I know it's out there and we need time to find it.
Apparently, you need to release a convicted serial killer to find it.
Just long enough to lead the police to Adam Jones.
You're full of surprises, Miss Graves. Well, if you were in my position, what would you do?
I think that he can help us. If you grant Finn a single-day release under armed guard, we may save an innocent man from wrongful execution.
I see. All right, Miss Graves. I'm going to grant Jonathan Finn a temporary release into police custody. But only for 3 hours, no more.
Thank you. Hey, Lana, you're not gonna believe this.
He actually went for it?
Surprised the heck out of me.
Wow. Nice work, Felicity.
Don't call me that. I'm gonna head over to Homicide and let him know.
Good call. And Felicity, thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
Outrageous. Case against Finn was air goddamn tight. Nailed him with a hostage, for Christ's sake. Had to be one hell of a tale for you to go and spin the judge's head around.
I'm sorry to spring this on you. We all want the same thing. A man is about to be put to death, and we need to make sure he deserves it.
Oh, Jonathan Finn deserves it. Of that I am sure.
Who exactly was Adam Jones? Did he come up at all during the investigation?
Uh-huh. There was an Adam Jones at the orphanage. But you know what? Sorry fucker was killed in the fire that shut the place down. So the story kind of ends there.
Finn's got impeccable timing. You don't think he's full of it?
I think there's something there. Judge thinks so too. He's granting a temporary release into police custody to help find Adam Jones. Finn tells me Rominsky had a secret room at the orphanage. Called it the playroom. It's where he held his extracurricular activities. Does that sound familiar?
I'd remember something like that. That didn't come out in the report.
I was wondering, Mr. Hillary, so when you analyzed the bodies of the Trapper's victims, did you find anything that might suggest there could be another suspect?
Gosh, that was 5 years ago. I don't think so.
So no reason to suspect anyone but Finn?
I do recall only, submitting a partial analysis of the evidence because Mr. Finn confessed, so it seemed open and shut.
So there was more evidence left to analyze?
Well, yeah, trace signatures.
Do you have access to all that data?
Now just hold on a goddamn second. How can you even entertain the idea of letting this scumbag out of his cell? Finn had motive. He went through hell at Las Palmas. He hated the police. We even found his hair at another crime scene.
The RV park, right? That was the social worker? And, Detective Marnie, would you mind walking me through that night again?
I'll walk you through it in 2 words. Missed opportunity. Could have had Finn in handcuffs right then and there.
I think I'd like to hear from Detective Marnie, if you don't mind.
Sure. Catherine Hope was a social worker at Las Palmas Orphanage. We didn't know Finn had her. We got a 10-8 at Hog Haven Trailer Park out by the highway. A break-in in progress. I was closest to the scene, so I went solo. Should have been a piece of cake, but that night everyone was on pins and needles because the Trapper was raising Cain. And any one of us could have been next. This is 609 on the CFBIP. Open exit on the highway. No perp. Gonna make an entry to the trailer.
609 acknowledged. Caution advised.
Search for the clue shown at the top of the screen. use your pointer to highlight the clues before the timer runs out. Some of these clues could help you in the future, so try to find them all.
Help me. Please.
Okay. Just keep quiet. Who did this to you?
I was in the bar. I don't know. I woke up here. Oh God, please help me, please. What's happening?
Okay, I'm gonna remove the timer. Carefully. Oh, crap.
Oh God! Oh my God, get me out of there! Ah!
Okay. Shit.
God damn it! No! Oh God! Oh God!
It wasn't the kind of thing I'm eager to repeat.
Finn must have seen you coming. Cut out before finishing the job.
Yeah, split so quick he left his gear behind.
How did Finn get away?
I tried to lock down the perimeter, but Finn was long gone by the time backup arrived.
So how did you link Finn to the scene?
I discovered that Mr. Finn had left a hair at the scene. We ran the DNA through our criminal database, and he came up as the match.
He was already in the system.
Finn had been in and out of the station so many times he practically had a door with his name on it. When we got the tip that he'd been spotted at a squat, we just happened to be driving by.
Shit just seems to fall in your lap, Detective.
At least I caught him, Dick.
Uh-oh. Mama Bear's got a temper. Watch out.
Okay, let's ease up on the pissing contest, all right? Let's at least try to pretend to work together.
The Trapper case shook everyone up. I think we've poured enough salt in all our own wounds for one night.
Sergeant.
I think that about covers it. Or anything else we can help you with?
All right, I've heard enough. Thank you, everyone, for hearing me out.
And thank you for eating up our entire afternoon with this shit.
Hey, Graves.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say that...
Calvary's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You were really helpful. Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight?
What?
I've got a huge stack of files at my apartment. Not gonna be able to get through it on my own.
You know, I think I'll take a pass. We'll let you know if anything comes up.
Fair enough. Have a good one. Huh. A rat trap. Target number 1, Rupert Walsh, local undertaker, drunk, no apparent connection to Las Palmas orphanage. After the murder, the trapper rigged a shotgun to the motel door and the first responding officer was killed. Second target, Frederick LeMay, orderly at Las Palmas, drug charges, assaults, but no convictions. Trapper left his body in a pitch-black room and filled the light fixture with C4. First responding officer flipped the switch, and sayonara. Third target, Father Rominsky. The trapper had sewn explosives inside his body, wired to blow if he moved a muscle. Left him sitting in a prayer position, and he was forced to confess his sins, namely the abuse he and his cronies conducted at the orphanage. The first responder was... it was Sergeant Teller. A theory. While the first target had no apparent connection to Las Palmas, all the responding officers were from the 3rd Precinct, including Detective Marnie. Were the initial victims just a smokescreen, and the real targets the 3rd Precinct police? Why would he target them? Contacts.
Who would you like to call?
Becky Marnie.
Calling Becky Marnie.
Hi, Detective Marnie. This is Felicity Graves.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry for calling so late, but I've just been going over the case files and... Do you mind if I run a theory by you?
Sure. Hit me.
Well, I noticed that all of the first responders were from the 3rd Precinct, including yourself. And do you think it's possible that the real targets in each of the trapper killings were actually the first responding officers?
I suppose it's possible.
Well, I'm not trying to accuse the cops of anything, and I know you were one of the responders, too. So that's kind of why I was wondering if there might be something there, some grudge. You knew the other cops, right? Do you know if there's any reason to think that Finn might have targeted them?
Honestly, I could think of a million reasons. I was in the 3rd Precinct, sure, but I got out of there as soon as I could.
How do you mean?
Place was a hellhole, at least back then. Drugs, bribes, you name it. Those were not good guys.
Still?
A lot of it cleaned up pretty soon after the trapper killings.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you. You've been very helpful, Detective Marnie.
No problem. And call me Becky.
Thank you, Becky.
This is 125 at the 1016. Make an entry.
125 acknowledged. Caution advised.
This is the police. Anyone here? dear God. Sir, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on?
We got a problem.
What?
Victim's a cop.
What? What happened?
I'm still trying to put that together. Call came in and there was a body. Responder showed up, body was rigged. Trap was down.
Police? Who? How?
It's cavalry.
What? No, that doesn't That's ridiculous.
They're still sorting through the mess. Becky.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, would you please stay clear of my working area? Thank you.
From what we can piece together, it seems like Cavalry brought a prostitute.
God.
Brought her back here where, you know.
Track her down?
Only got a partial description. 20s, brunette.
Great.
Cavalry put a whole clip in that wall and didn't hit one thing. Only blood here's his. And Officer Montesinos.
The responder?
Cavalry's body was rigged. Traps.
Fuck. That's a whole clip. If someone cut his throat from behind, then why would he fire this way? And if they did it from the front, why would he miss? Oh, God. It's really him.
Anything?
Nothing useful.
Becky, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this. Where were you last night?
I was home.
Alone?
Yeah? So?
Shit.
What?
You need to be very, very careful how you handle this.
Why?
You gotta make sure you account for all your whereabouts. Everyone knows how you and Cavalry felt about each other.
Tom.
You have to be careful.
This isn't happening.
I wish it wasn't.
I hated that fucker, but I would never do something like this.
I believe you.
You shouldn't have to believe me.
That's the end of part 1. Check the logbook, fix yourself a drink, and hit the box when you're ready to move on. And now, part 2 of Hidden Agenda.
Hey, Simon, how you holding up?
Hanging in there.
A lot of extra work whenever there's a freak on the loose, I guess.
Okay, guys, settle down. Listen up. Hey, listen up. We lost a cop today. Another one won't be returning to active duty. And it could have been even worse. I know it's going to be tough on all of us. No one here ever thought we'd see the day that Jack Calvary went down for the count. Well, let's be blunt, he wasn't the kind to catch his flies with sugar. But he was one of us. And this atrocity cannot stand.
And what about the bomb, sir? Was it intended to kill us?
We got lucky. The blast exploded outward from the body, so when Hillary moved Calvary, the bulk of the force hit the wall.
I'm grateful I still have my hands.
Yeah, me too. Montesinos, not so lucky.
So you really think this is the Trapper?
Could be this Adam character. Could be the hooker. Until we have reason to believe otherwise, we are treating this as a Trapper copycat. It's entirely possible that Jonathan Finn is somehow pulling the strings from behind bars. We have District Attorney Felicity Graves here to help with the investigation. She is familiar with the Trapper's MO. She's here to help. Please extend her every courtesy. One more thing. District Attorney Felicity Graves has negotiated to have Jonathan Finn temporarily released into our custody.
Aw, come on. You believe this?
Hey, I think this might be a valuable lead, and I'm gonna follow it through. Anyone has a problem with that, you know where my office is. Detective Marnie, I'm gonna need you to look into Calvary's old Trapper case files. We're looking for links here, anything we could have missed.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
Okay, time to get moving. Just remember, Jack Calvary is watching from whatever shithole he ended up in. Let's do him proud.
Hi,
Miss Graves.
how you holding up?
It's tough losing one of the ranks, no matter how it goes down. But thank you for asking. Let you know if we find anything.
They're getting ready to move Finn for his little field trip. I'd like for you to join us.
So would I. If I can get out of the dungeon. Do we have a problem?
What?
Do you really think that I have something to do with this?
Becky, come on.
Oh, no, Tom. You come on.
Will you move, please?
I'm your partner. We have to be honest with each other.
Honest? Fine. Here's honest. Everybody knows about this beef between you and Calvary. Some of these guys, they don't think you're all there. You've got to start watching out for yourself.
Tom, you're accusing me of murdering a fellow officer.
You had motive. I'm just doing my job.
You're my partner, Tom.
How can I forget?
We're supposed to be on the same side here.
I'm not on your side because I'm your partner. I'm on your side because I'm your friend. And you got more around here than you realize. Why do you think Riggs put you on case review?
He just wants me out of the way.
Maybe. Or maybe he thinks you'll actually find something.
Adam Jones was definitely at Las Palmas, same time as Finn. Allegedly died in the fire that shut the place down. Now, according to Finn, Jones grew up to be the Trapper, but how can that be possible? Doesn't make sense. Back to the beginning. The Undertaker. The one target Finn had no clear motive to kill. No apparent connection to Las Palmas. Widow claimed to have no idea why Finn would want to kill her husband. Maybe 5 years have given her a fresh perspective. I'm gonna go see if she wants to be chatty.
Yes?
Miss Johnson?
What do you want?
I'd like to speak to you about your husband.
What are you, a cop? I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a detective. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your husband.
Yeah? Where was y'all when I called at 2 in the morning to get him to stop hitting me? Where was the cops then? Now you got a lot of questions for me. Maybe now I ain't got time for you. All right. You gonna tell me exactly what it is you want to know?
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that your husband treated you like that. Sounds like he had it coming one way or another.
Yeah, one way or another. That all you wanted?
I'd like to know if, your husband ever used the services of a call girl.
What, are you kidding? He suck his pecker in everything from high-priced spreads to gutter cleaners. I gave up keeping score.
Ma'am, have you ever heard of anyone by the name of Adam Jones?
A kid named Adam used to help my husband out sometimes before he lost his undertaking job, but that was a long time ago.
Could this be him? Maybe just grown up a bit?
Well, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Are you sure? Take a good look.
Yep. I say that's him.
Well, thank you for your time, Miss Johnson. This is 609. In pursuit of an unknown suspect. Average height. Dark hoodie. Marnie.
Headed to a house at 22 Huffman Road. Meet you there?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
It looks like Adam Jones may have actually worked for The Undertaker.
Wow.
Far as I can tell, it seems to be after he supposedly died in that fire.
That's huge. So he's real.
There's more. Someone was on my tail.
What?
Are you okay? Yeah, but they bolted the second I made them.
It could have been nothing. It's not exactly the nicest part of town.
Maybe. I'll see you at the house.
Do me a favor and just make sure he doesn't try anything.
Oh, he can certainly try. Don't get any ideas.
It's good to see you again.
How are your bracelets?
Well, I can't feel my fingers, if that's what you're asking. You gonna help me out or what?
Here.
Thanks.
So is this where Adam came after the orphanage?
This is where Adam grew up.
All clear. Couple squatter nests, but looks like they split.
All right, give us 5. Start the tour, boss.
Right this way. This room right in here. This is where Adam slept when he ran away.
Nobody's been here for years, Finn.
Well, I didn't say he'd be here to greet us.
So you're saying that this is his, not some squatters?
Squatters wouldn't dare.
What is all this?
Adam's pop was a pest control man.
You don't say.
He was a pretty good one, too.
Traps, of course.
The one thing Adam got from his dad was a knack for killing vermin.
Detective Marnie, Sarge says it's time to wrap it up.
We found something. Just need a couple more minutes.
How did Adam end up at the orphanage?
Well, Adam's pop would get so blasted he couldn't see a hole in a ladder. Beat his wife senseless if she gave him one crooked look. One night, she loaded up his double-aught, took his head clean off, right in front of Adam.
Trapper's first target, he beat his wife too. The Undertaker. Another drunk.
Judge put her away for life. No parole, no visits from her kid. Guess it don't matter that if she hadn't picked up that shotgun, Pops would have killed them both sooner or later anyway. That's our justice system for you, right?
Murder's murder, it wasn't self-defense.
Maybe how you see it.
Doesn't mean she had the right to kill.
So yeah, Adam was shipped off to Las Palmas. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? You wouldn't believe what they did to us in there. Raminsky and that piece of shit orderly. And you know, we tried to fight him the way you're supposed to fight him. We called the cops. 3rd Precinct. And nobody did a goddamn thing. Not even our own social worker. So once Adam got out of that hellhole, he figured out his own way to make them all pay. Those cops? He knew their beat. He timed every murder to the minute. He knew exactly who'd get the call and exactly what was waiting for him. Cops failed, parents failed, system failed. What would you do? You took out the people who hurt us.
If I've been hurt like Adam, yeah. I'd want them to pay.
Yeah? You know, I used to think maybe Adam's the only one who can see the world for what it truly is. See past all the bullshit. The evil deeds that lie in the hearts of men. But now I know only God has that gift. Thanks for hearing me out. After all this time, it's nice to tell my side of it.
Sure. Call anytime.
There is something else.
Yeah?
The hostage. When you picked me up. Daniela Cardenas. Well, Daniela and her sister Izzy were with us at Las Palmas. They went through the same shit. Izzy never got over it. OD'd a couple of years later. Adam knew that Daniela would do anything to see Rominsky pay.
Son of a bitch.
My God. The hostage was in on it.
This is Officer 609.
10-4.
We're gonna need an APB on a new suspect. Daniela Cardenas. I repeat, we need an immediate APB. Cardenas was not a hostage in the Trapper case. She was a co-conspirator.
Center copy.
I'm gonna call Simon Hillary. If Daniela's sister passed through the morgue, he might be able to dig up the case. You gonna be alright?
Go.
Hey.
You still think I'm making all this up?
Less and less. But without proof that Adam's still running around...
I can get you proof.
No, you can't.
You're right. Not like this, I can't.
You're nuts.
Look, he's never gonna show his face while I'm on a leash. But on my own, I can draw him out, serve him right up on a silver platter.
Even if you're right, Judge Vanstone wouldn't go for it in a million years.
What if I were a wire? Then you could keep tabs on me.
No.
But it could work.
No. You're on death row. Did you forget that?
For crimes I didn't commit. Did you forget that? Look, there's, something I may have neglected to mention.
Oh, please, enlighten me.
Adam told me that if I were to ever find myself free of incarceration, he'd reach out immediately.
Is that so?
You can make it look like I overpowered you. No one would have to know.
I cannot believe you're actually proposing this.
Yes, you can, because you know it's the only way to catch him. Look at me. I could take you out in a second. Police would buy it. We can make it look real.
Prisoner 75422 is requested to be returned to custody immediately.
This is Officer 732 receiving request. Please stand by for confirmation.
How would you even find him?
I got strings I can pull. I can find him. You just gotta let me.
Do it.
Becky? Hey! Time to wrap it up. Becky. Oh, shit. We need help up here! Now!
The notorious serial killer known as the Trapper has escaped from prison just days before he was to face the final curtain for his crimes. Jonathan Finn was responsible for the deaths of numerous first responders during a reign of fear 5 years ago. Officials warn that Finn is dangerous, and any sighting should be immediately reported to the authorities.
All right, I want to know what happened. I want to know now.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been in there alone with him. He overpowered me. I blew it.
Well, this is a goddamn mess, but we are gonna stay focused, and we are gonna get this son of a bitch back in custody. Tom, what's the status?
U.S. Marshals are initiating the manhunt as we speak.
Okay, get out there and help them. Anything they need. Becky, until we catch a break, I'm gonna need you working the case files.
Okay, I'll get back to it.
So, what the hell's going on with your partner?
Something's just not right here. I can't put my finger on it, but...
Keep an eye on her.
Yeah, I will.
If these killings are connected to the Las Palmas orphanage, Father Rominsky is at the center of it. It's just too bad that the rest of the clergy took a vow of silence the minute things started to get hairy for him. But Finn told Felicity that Rominsky had some kind of secret room at the orphanage. Couldn't find any reference to this in the police records. I guess it's time for me to head over to Las Palmas and take another look. Oh, hello, ladies. Looks like Father Rominsky was a regular customer. Fits the pattern.
Whoa.
Hey, how's it going? Anything at Las Palmas?
Finn was telling the truth. I found Rominsky's playroom.
Interesting.
Nothing fun about it. And it seems like the father had a thing for call girls.
Same as Calvary.
Plot thickens. All right, headed back.
Detective Marnie?
On my way to see Simon Hillary.
At his house? After hours?
Yeah. I'm really starting to think there's a connection here with the prostitutes and the Trapper killings. Hillary might have some forensic evidence we've overlooked.
Go easy on him, all right? He's pretty shook up from the fireworks this morning.
It's just a few questions. It's no big deal.
Detective Marnie. Hello.
I'm sorry to bother you at home.
Please. Come in. I can't believe how close I was to... I can't even say it yet.
You got lucky.
You're telling me. Just another split second and... My God.
You examined the Trapper's rigs last time. How did this match up? Same guy?
Yes. I do believe it's the same Trapper.
How can you tell?
Well, the rigging in his nose. I mean, the only way to describe it would be artful. Masterful, even.
Do you remember Las Palmas?
The orphanage, the case from a few years ago. Unspeakable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing some digging. The father there, Rominsky, seems to have a thing for the ladies of the night, which is starting to feel just like the Calvary case. And Walsh, the Undertaker. Hooker, same thing. Night of his death. That's just too many hookers to be a coincidence.
Huh?
Unless every single man in this town is a John.
Well...
I'm working on a new theory. It's just a sketch, but I think you can help me.
All right.
Was there anything you found that might point to the killer being a woman?
Well, there was trace evidence. Yes, it's possible, certainly.
Is that data still available?
Of course, the records were archived when Finn confessed.
Are you all right?
Sorry? It's this morning. I'm still a little shaken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Back in 2012, when we took down Finn, he had a hostage, Daniela Cardenas.
I remember. She, relevant?
Turns out she wasn't a hostage after all. Whole thing was a setup.
I can't believe it. That's preposterous.
Daniela's sister, Isabella, died a few years ago. Came through the city morgue. That one of yours?
One of...
Did you examine the body?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Something's fishy. It's like we've got all these tidy little puzzle pieces, but the picture on the box makes no sense. Feeling like there's a lot more to this than just Jonathan Finn, you know?
I'm not sure I do, Detective.
And now, the Calvary murder, maybe Finn's still a part of it, but what if someone else is pulling the strings?
I'm suddenly feeling very unsafe again.
Daniela's another puzzle piece. A small one, but important. Finn's Adam Jones apparently survived the orphanage fire. Worked for the Undertaker, Trapper's first Vic. The widow even identified him from a picture.
I'm sorry, I am still feeling very foggy after the explosion. Sorry, just a moment. I'll get that all cleaned up. My apologies. I'm still a little scattered.
Don't worry about it. Here, let me help you. All right. I've taken up way too much of your time.
It's no bother. Really.
Oh, I know that you didn't get to finish your evaluation at the crime scene. Is there anything that you may have missed?
Well, I don't think so, but this was no typical attack. Whoever Calvary was with, he probably knew them.
Thank you for your time. Okay, that was odd. Simon basically freaked out. And that hoodie, was he following me at the widow's house? My gut says that he's mixed up with this somehow. Time to do some digging. Isabella Cardenas. Found on the side of the road, apparent overdose. Body showed signs of long-term abuse. Medical examiner was Simon Hillary. Huh. He didn't mention this. Maybe he didn't know this was Daniela Cardenas' sister? Date of death is just before the Trapper killings began. "8:23 p.m., revisiting the crime scene of Detective Jack Calvary's murder. Gonna have a closer look at the bedroom first. It's not that big of a place, but I always have to wonder if the forensic team missed something. Ugh. Bloody mess. Marks spread outward on the headboard. From the origin of the blast. Explosion was highly directional. If Simon did know about the bomb, it's possible he could have avoided serious injury. Hey. Now what is that? Son of a bitch. Gotcha. Okay, now this is just... Huh. Okay, now who's this? Oh my god. That's from the Widows. Dollars to donuts, that's the same hoodie I saw drying over Simon's washing machine. Shit. Wow. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God Calvary was one perverted piece of shit. This is huge.
I can explain.
Yeah, well, you damn well better.
I will. I will, just...
Could you start talking?
I needed to know.
Know what?
About you.
What were you trying to find out?
I know you and Calvary had issues.
It's putting it mildly.
That's exactly my point. The inquiry?
Jesus Christ. You too?
I have to look at this from every angle, Becky. You know that. Okay, if you wanted Calvary out, then you could have used Finn's confession to pin it on the Trapper. That's opportunity and motive.
You're right. And so is this
oh my
right
God.
now.
Oh God, please. Please, Becky.
Felicity. Who am I? Who?
I'm sorry.
For you to think that I could do this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's the end of part 2. Hit the box when you're ready to move on. And now, part 3 of Hidden Agenda.
You still think it's me?
Like, I have to be honest, but it does kind of look like you, and that's not going to help your case.
If that was me on the footage, then why would I show it to you? I mean, why wouldn't I just kill you back at the cabin?
You kind of almost did.
Touché. The guy on that video? In the hoodie? Same guy I chased earlier.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
All right, so this hooker, she's working with the trapper. Why? She lures them and kills them, and he sets up the trap?
The thing that I'm stuck on, where did the hooker go? She goes into the bathroom, and the hoodie guy comes out. I did some digging on Simon Hillary.
What do you mean?
I kind of took a peek at his personnel file.
Took a what?
Then I found his high school yearbook online.
Becky, are you sure that's a good idea right now?
Sometimes you gotta break a few eggs.
What'd you find?
I found Simon Hillary.
So?
That's Simon Hillary.
Wait, are you saying our Simon is not the Simon?
What if he stole this guy's identity?
But how?
The timeline fits. They'd be about the same age. And look, you can see a resemblance. Adam supposedly died in the fire, then pretty soon after, Simon Hillary starts his training. He's been following me since the briefing.
Simon? Or Adam, I guess?
Yeah. He knew I'd be looking into old cases, and that with enough digging, they'd lead me right to him.
Damn it. I'm not sure if there's enough here yet for a warrant.
I know, but I can get this guy. We can get this guy. With your help.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just lay it all out first.
Thanks. When Calvary was investigating the Trapper 5 years ago, he had one big blind spot. Prostitutes. The first target, the Undertaker. Met with a hooker the night he was killed. Father Rominsky had a thing for hookers. And now Calvary is killed by a hooker. At least someone dressed like one. If it is Simon, maybe he's using a hooker to lure his targets into a premeditated murder site. Or maybe there's something we're missing. I don't even know what to think anymore. I feel like everyone's out to get me.
Don't worry, Detective. You're safe with me.
No one's ever safe in this town. Maybe Simon's working with Daniela Cardenas. She could have been the hooker with Calvary.
Well, I guess it's possible. And they're trying to track her down, so maybe we'll be able to ask her.
Simon knew Jonathan Finn started talking, and then he killed Calvary because he knew everyone would immediately suspect me. Throw them all right off the scent. Christ. He's been right in front of our face this whole time. What? Felicity, what?
Well, a search warrant for Simon's house is out of the question. But there is another way.
Like?
He knows you, so you could call him up for a drink, and while he's out here and you've got your eyes on him...
Seriously? You want to break into his house?
Well...
Felicity, that's illegal.
But we'd know for sure.
Fuck it, let's get him. Okay, great. Temple Bar. 10 minutes? Perfect. I'll be here. Bait's on the hook. Go fish. Hello?
I found Adam Jones.
Finn? Where are you?
I'm outside his house. I told you I'd find him. I'm outside his house right now.
Wait, where? In town?
Yeah.
Have you talked to him?
I followed him home. He didn't see me. Some woman left his place a little while ago. Now he's just in there by himself.
What's the address?
1712 Alameda Road.
Of course it is.
What?
I'm on my way. Don't go anywhere.
If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. There's no forgiveness. There's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for any of us. There's just money. Gorgeous, green, greedy money. And all we'll ever do is keep quiet until the day we die.
You forgot there's only one thing sweeter than money, baby. Revenge.
What the hell?
Where are you?
I'm outside his house. Told you I'd find him.
Oh, cookies.
Good to see you again, Daniela. Resisting arrest? Uh-oh. Somebody's in a bit of trouble.
Suck my nuts.
And hello. Finn's come clean. We know you want a real hostage back in 2012. Daniela, you've made some mistakes. But you were a victim. And your sister, I'm sorry about what you both went through. The system failed you. That made you angry, right? You wanted to make him pay. Is that what Adam Jones said he would do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And it makes you a co-conspirator. Doesn't look good for you, but if you help us, we can help you.
Sure. He's the one who set it up. He told me what he did to the fuckers who hurt me in Izzy, but I have no clue where he is now.
You haven't seen him at all since the arrest.
I saw him once. He didn't recognize me. He looked all different, but I recognized him. Can always tell from his creep-ass eyes. Even all cleaned up.
Cleaned up how?
I don't know, he's like a cop doctor or something.
Detective Nelson, I need to speak with you.
We're right in the middle of this.
Now.
Don't go anywhere.
There's been an abduction. Judge Vanstone. Witness says it was Becky Marnie who took him.
Judge Vanstone? Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Oh god!
What did she do to me? What did she put inside me, goddammit?
She? Who's she?
Was a woman, a goddamn whore. What has she done?
How's your head, Detective Marnie? They're coming for you. They know you did it. They know you killed everyone. There's no escape. You're the trapper, Becky.
Why are you doing this? Tell me why. Haven't you fucked with me enough?
Please, Detective Marnie. So vain. I don't give a goddamn about you. Sorry. If you will notice, there is a small heartbeat tracker on Judge Vanstone's wrist. It is synchronized to a cell phone that I have surgically implanted into his stomach. The phone is just a timer, but every beat of his heart knocks another second off. The faster his heart races, the quicker the clock. Now, would you care to guess what happens when the numbers reach 0? Game over. For anyone in, say, a 100-foot radius, give or take, which will most likely include all the police who are swarming in to arrest you right now. Sometimes killing is the only option.
What?
You can try to run, but I can't promise you I'm not gonna pop that balloon a bit early. And there's enough explosives in there to level the whole floor.
Jesus Christ.
I left your firearm for a reason. Stop his heart. Stop the timer.
You can't be serious.
I can be whatever I want. You can be alive or you can be dead. That's your choice. And the clock's ticking.
So what did he say? Are you gonna get me out of this? Hey! Hey! Where are you going? Don't leave me! Please! Help!
Shit.
How much time?
Right now, we have plenty of time, okay? So let's keep it that way. Let's just stay calm and we can figure this out.
So, if you take this phone out of me, it can't hurt me, right? You gotta get it out of me! Ah, no, please! Ah, I can't take it! Ah, ah, ah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Yes.
You have 5 missed calls.
Contacts.
Felicity Graves.
Come on.
Come on, come on, come on, pick up. Shit.
Tom, listen to me. I got a lead on Simon. I'm headed out the fire escape. You've got to call him off. You have to trust me.
I know about Simon. I'll hold back on the SWAT team as long as I can. Go. Just go.
He's here. Adam's inside. Come on, let's go get him. We gotta do this now.
No, I'm going alone.
You don't know what he's capable of.
I said get out of here. Freeze! Don't move! Don't move.
Huh. You got me.
Simon, you've gotten what you want, haven't you?
You don't know what I want.
You want revenge on the people who hurt you. And Johnny? He was never supposed to go down for this. Drop the knife. Just come in. Confess and it will all be over. You've got what you wanted.
No, Detective Marnie. What we wanted was a future. We never had one. And, thanks to you, we never will.
Freeze! Wait, don't shoot. That crazy bitch is trying to kill me.
Simon, on your knees, now.
Please arrest her. She's crazy.
It's Simon! He's a liar. He's the trapper. He was gonna kill me.
On the floor. Now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law.
Earlier today, Judge William Vanstone was kidnapped from his home on the east side of the city. He has since been rescued and is back with his family, recovering. Detective Marnie escaped the scene and then proceeded to invade the home of Simon Hillary, a forensics medical examiner with the local police. Detective Becky Marnie has been investigating Hillary in connection to the murder of Detective Jack Calvary. Simon Hillary, a forensics medical examiner with the local police department, has been arrested. According to files we've obtained from an anonymous leak within the police force, Detective Marnie was implicated in the notorious 2012 Trapper killings, previously attributed to Jonathan Finn. We've heard an unconfirmed report that Detective Becky Marnie may have aided in the escape of convicted serial killer Jonathan Finn. Jonathan Finn has been taken into custody and is reportedly cooperating with the investigation. Sources say he may have played a key role in identifying Hillary as a suspect. An investigation is ongoing. Sergeant Riggs made a brief statement to the press only moments ago.
All of us on the force are very grateful to Detective Marnie. Thanks to her tireless efforts, the Trapper has finally been brought to justice.
We never suspected Simon Hillary. He fooled us all. Well, not all of us. Not my partner.
Becky Marnie saved my life. She should get a goddamn medal as far as I'm concerned.
I already told you everything I know. Why don't you leave me alone? I didn't want any of this to happen. None of it's gonna bring my sister back. Do you understand?
Miss Graves, can you tell me what you were doing in Simon Hillary's house?
I was looking for the truth. Police weren't. And someone had to do what was right.
Anything else you want to add about Adam Jones?
My only regret is that I didn't nail that son of a bitch 5 years ago.
So tell us, Mr. Jones, why did you do it?
Thank you.